Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to make this about the cards and the message instead of my puss. Okay, so what we're going to do today is you're going to pick a deck. I'm going to draw a card from each deck, and then I'm going to read it for you. So this is a pick a card thing, okay? So this one is Into the Lonely Woods. This one is the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. Again, I can't see. I'm really sorry, but that's the second deck. And then the third deck is going to be the Blind Spot. Okay? I don't know if you're familiar with the Blind Spot. That's going to be the I need the cold hard truth today. This is going to be I need some tender loving care, and I need to not feel so alone today. Okay? Just to give you an idea of what each deck is about. So I'm going to have you look at the cards quick and make your call. And I'm going to start off with Into the Lonely Woods. I got Grandma here today. Grandma's going to help out. I'll be Grandma. Okay. That veil is thin. So if you have loved ones that you want to call in for assistance, go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't necessarily talk to dead people. I don't hear anything. I just know that they're there and they're guiding. That's it, that's all. So I wouldn't say I'm a psychic necessarily. I just have my connects, and that's about it. What does the universe need for whoever wants to card pick this deck today? Getting shuffle. Okay. I need to know. Half the deck. Okay. The one on the bottom. Oh, we got this the other day. Find your night self. Okay. So this is definitely the season to be doing that, right? I hope you can see those. This is definitely the season to find the night self, right? Dig deep, go in, and this is on the bottom of the deck. I'm being called to show you. Okay. The beneath opens up to you. Okay, maybe I'll read both those cards. Okay. Spoiled. That's okay. I'll do it. But they're the same color. They're in the same realm. Okay. So let's start with the first one, 21. Find your night self. Okay. I'm Baba Joe lead us out and try to hold this card up for you. This is 21, by the way, for those of you who want to do the number thing. We can be different at night. It is liberating when the peace and silence, the stillness and strangeness gives us a chance to become something other than our daylight selves. Night feeds the souls who dare to dream with eyes wide open, who take their visions and create lives of beauty and discomfort, who thrive amidst the wild, the bohemian, the nonconformist. This is what your soul craves, the song of the night, for the night self to arise, for the unshown self to be made visible, for the tattered wings you've tried too hard to hide, and finally be seen by those with eyes of magic. The night will never be lonely again, for within it, you know you find yourself. Okay, 23. The beneath opens up to you. Your heart did not close, even though you were no longer in the small, safe spaces of the surface world. Into the great depths you plunged, your soul a tattered, your heart in pieces, your hands closed and tight. And now, look at you. You have found your way in the endless beneath. Your hands have had a gentle touch, and you draw to the shyest of creatures, who know you are above all an ally, kin, and a friend to their rare nature. You have found a home amongst all the other misfits the world gave birth to, and you are creating your own destiny, which is clear, brighter, deeper and more filled with joy and blessings than you could have ever imagined. Dive down into the hidden places, bright soul, and ready your heart for waves of joy. Glad I read that one. Okay. I can't even say I hope that helps. Tell me. Okay. So this is the next one. This is the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. Okay, kids. Okay, you get 2 cards to listen to this. Listen here. Okay. So we've got, pedestal, and we've got the oldest fairy. Okay. So, pedestal is the number 38. And the major theme of this is choice. Look at this card. Oh, Lord. Please help you be able to see this. Hang on. I'm going to try to get an angle on it. Okay, right there. Right there. Put my elbow down. This is hilarious. Okay. I need a pedestal. Okay. Look at this card. Its angelic being is bound around and around, yet her bindings are not secured. She can choose to unbind herself at any moment. Situations are not always as dire as they seem. If you have chosen this card today, understand that you must look deeper at things going on in your life. Are you seeing all the different sides of a situation? Perhaps you're feeling restricted when it is your choice to simply decide to be free. We often bind ourselves with limited belief systems and outdated thinking patterns. What habits can you change in order to release yourself? Your limited thinking? And anything else that keeps you bound to the unknown that may bring about unwanted change. Many situations are not black or white, good or bad. It is up to you to find the middle ground in your perspective. Find the place where you can sit and see both sides. Ask for clarity and to see all faces before making up your mind. Find your pedestal where you can see your truth and release all that does not fit in your chosen reality. Choose wisely. Oh, geez, here I go again. Sorry. I'm working on it, guys. Okay, choose wisely what you want in life. All of the choices we make create a vibration that affects all other life in the universe. One of the choices, if one chooses wisely, it will be what is also best for others. You have much more control of your life and circumstances than you may realize. The chant is, give me a hot second. For whatever reason, got a lot of energy hitting me all at once, and I'm like, whoa, slow down, kids. I'm trying to read here. Okay. Okay. Chant. I am being with the gift of choice. I am open to truth. I choose to bring into my life all the good that exists for me. I choose freedom. My life abounds with positive options. I choose wisely with my best interest in mind. So be it. Choose the other one today. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Sorry. I was having problems reading because, like, something else is trying to come through. I'm gonna have to do another video. Okay. So, the oldest fairy. I love that. So cute. Okay. There we go. Too often, we view old age as time of decline and illness, but aging has more to do with our belief system than it has to do with passing of time. Release all preconceived ideas of what getting older means. Keep busy. Learn everything you can. Do the things you like to do. Challenge yourself. Do not put limitations on yourself due to age. Look at the oldest fairy. I'm sorry. He is hundreds of years old and still going strong. All the younger fairies come to him so he can share all the knowledge he has gained over his years. With age comes wisdom to those who choose to use their time on earth in a constructive way. So keep on living, learning, and taking good care of yourself. The little ones need to have you around to tell them old tales to guide their fresh young minds. Every person is useful down to their last moment on earth, for even in the last moment, one can impart wisdom. Visualize, speak, and think positively of your marvelous body. It birthed you into this world and will birth you into the next when the time is right. It gives you pleasure in many different forms. It helps you learn what you came to earth to learn. Divine Spirit expresses itself through your body. If you chose this card today, it may indicate that you need to spend some time with the elderly, either working with them or listening to them. If there are elders with great stories to tell, tap those stories now while they can still be captured. Make sure all that wisdom is not lost. Every person has a story and a lesson to impart. My body is a temple. Oh, this is the chant, by the way. My body is a temple wherein resides spirit. I love and appreciate my body for all the ways that it serves me. I visualize my body only in positive ways. I speak to my body only in positive words. I speak of my body only in positive words. I think of my body only in positive ways. For it is through my visualization, speech, and thought that I tell my body how it is to react to the world around it, and to the years that it resides on earth. I ask that my body be engulfed in love and in joy. So be it. Avoid clocks today. Sorry. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna leave these here for you guys so you can just like visualize them a little bit if you need to. Grandma came through on that one. Thanks, Grandma. They are indeed the walking scrolls of the history. That is our lives. And even though they might hold some outdated things that we need to release and let go of, they still have the stories of the past that make a lot of difference. They can teach us much about the ways of how it used to be. Hey, little buddy. Biscuit, come here. Taste my vicious savage. Come here. Yoda. Biscuit. Okay, let's get this last card read and then I can. Yes, love. Either the dish is empty or whatever's left in it is unsavory. I'm coming, buddy. What does the universe need to know? Dear guides, only give us one card. This deck can be brutal. I've done the mistake of pulling a 5-card spread in this deck. Holy Jesus. It's a doozy, kids. It's a doozy, but it's so worth it. It'll definitely grow you in about 5 seconds worth of reading it. Alright, what does Spirit need us to know? Again, getting bottom. 38. I think we got this earlier for someone in the week with the, eclipse moon. Okay, here we are again. That's okay. Sometimes we need to hear it twice or 7 or 77 times. If you're anything like me. What was that? It's only the 80th time you've had to say something about this song. Okay, reactivity. If you have drawn this sigil, you are currently emotionally reacting instead of responding, and you are not seeing why. You are reacting in a way that you are. As people, we only react when we feel deeply threatened. The reality is that you feel unsafe and at risk in this scenario in some way. When we feel threatened, our survival mechanisms take over our capability to objectively view or understand the situation at hand. These mechanisms make us act immediately. When we react in order to avoid, postpone, or nullify the threat of loss, like a gunshot shooting off a bullet, we act so quickly that we make serious mistakes, which we can't take back and may spend a long time paying for. If you have drawn this sigil, the threat in the circumstances in which you find yourself is not imminent or as big as you think it is. It may not even be there at all. But the idea of that threat is causing you to think, say, or do things that are making the problem much bigger than it was to begin with. And the more reactive you get, the more potential for a solution will diminish. Anytime we are reactive, I'm going to just hold it backwards a little bit so that way. Anytime we are reactive, we are on the defensive. This means we have a real vulnerability. We are hiding and guarding. What is that vulnerability? What are you really afraid of? What is really painful in this scenario? In this scenario, it is critical to stop, slow things down, and do nothing until you are no longer in an emotionally charged state of being. When we talk into a lake, often we stir it up. When we walk into a lake, often we stir up the mud at the bottom of the lake. And this clouds the waters, so we cannot see clearly. When we need to stand completely still and wait for the mud to settle back to the bottom of the water in order to see clearly. The mud in the water in this scenario is charged emotion in our body. Do not act until it has settled. By slowing things down and refusing to act until stirred up emotional mud has settled, you are giving yourself a chance to come out of fight or flight mode and see the situation from an objective standpoint. If you can then respond according to the more objective understanding that you do have. A reaction is instantaneous and therefore driven by the subconscious mind. It means it is driven by past trauma, beliefs, biases, prejudices, and primitive bodily functions. Because it is function of the subconscious, you do it, quote unquote, without thinking. Response, however, is driven by the conscious mind. It happens when we make a decision after evaluating long-term effects, the impact on others, as well as our deepest values and personal truth. Because it involves conscious choice, it is a byproduct of free will. If you have drawn this sigil, you are being asked to respond, not to react. Okay, collective. I'm going to pick a few rocks to put on this side. Okay, so what do you want me to put on this side? Okay. This is green jasper. Oh. I'm supposed to put a pine cone on this one. Oh, this is opening up to the multitude of possibilities before you, not just the negative ones, but the positive ones. Oof. Okay, what do you want me to do? This is an agate, albeit a sharded one. It's an agate. So emotional strength is what agates symbolize. So I think when we're dealing with family this season, I think we can hold space for our elders and talk about the olden days without having to get feisty or vicious savage over it. And hold space for the stories of old. Learn from them what you can, what it was like when they were young, and what it was like to be alive on Earth when they were, your age or younger. What things were actually like, what was going on, what the economy was like, what jobs were there in the market, whatever it is. Gain as much insight as you possibly can from them. They are an invaluable resource of history and ways of life and ways of thinking about things that are different from yours, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you need to carry all of that on into the future. Don't Ten of Wands it. Just take it at face value, process it, work through it. It's their reality. That's how they live their life. We don't need to shun them because of it. And I know that sometimes the reality of their situation unfortunately got us in some of the circumstances we're in today, but they didn't know any better. And we all do the best we can from where we're at. So understanding that if you come from that place of perspective, you can also allow other people to come from that place of perspective. Now, I'm not saying there's not malevolent people out there that are just not with it. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if that were the case, why are you asking them about their life in the first place? Right? So this doesn't mean go talk to every old toxic person at the table. It means find the ones with genuine spirit and who are willing to ask the spirit in, I guess you could say, and have a chit chat and be open and honest with each other. Maybe ask some key questions. And just because their answer might not resonate doesn't mean you have to take it as pure gold. Just understand it's their perspective. Doesn't mean they can't hold love in their heart. It's just a different form of love than what we're stepping into. And that's okay. Holding space. As long as it's not hurting you or anyone else, which I guess that definition changes for everybody. But go at it with an open mind. The mark of an educated man is to hold an idea or concept without taking it on. For those of you who have intelligence on the brain, I hope this helps. I hope that this helps you keep your flame and maybe makes it a little bit brighter, right? Have a beautiful rest of your day and a happy holiday season.